sound like bad news, but have you noticed the day's getting a little shorter? The evenings are getting a little cooler. So listen, autumn is around the corner, and it is the perfect time to take advantage of our bountiful harvest. So he's got tips on storing your favorite root veggies. It's gardening expert Frankie Ferragine.
Thank you.
How are you? I'm good. I always see the compost Frankie Ferragine, and I'm like, it's Frankie Flowers.
It is Frankie Flowers.
Right? That's how we know you.
It was my nickname as a kid. So yeah.
Frankie Flowers. It's very mob.
It is kind
Don't you
of,
think?
but I'm not very mob at all. No.
He's not. He's
no,
a
not at all.
sweetheart.
Yeah, not at all.
Let's talk about the veggies. We've gone to the garden, we've picked the veggies, and now it's time to make sure that you're putting them in the right place. And everybody sort of has a different way of doing it, don't we?
We really do. And you know, it doesn't matter whether you grew them or maybe you went to a farmer's market or the produce section. You know, produce costs a lot of money, and if you grew it, you want to make sure it can last for a long period of time. And a lot of the times with root vegetables, they are the ones that can last the longest.
Yes.
So often during pioneer days, they were actually harvesting the root vegetables, and that's what sustained them through the winter months. That's what gave them their fresh produce. Now we have fresh produce all the time, but let's say that we want it to last a little longer.
Okay.
I come from Bradford, Ontario. Holland Marsh, shout out to that.
Shout out Bradford!
So there's a lot of onions grown in the Holland Marsh. As soon as the onion tops fall over, I know summer's done.
Yeah.
Summer's done, right there. So with onions, my question to you is, where do we store your Spanish onion, your red onions?
We store our onions in the pantry.
Yeah, so if they're in a mesh bag, that's why they, when you purchase them, they come in this mesh bag. They want good air circulation. The pantry, the reason why the pantry, any idea?
No, it's always been done like that.
And it's dark.
Oh, it's dark.
Right.
So my mom has her onions in the cellar in the basement. Is that also right?
As long as the temperature is not going to be going below freezing or too cold. So the root cellar, you know, often homes used to have a root cellar or a cantina, you know, the cantina.
Yes.
But now a lot of homes don't have that. But with an onion, as soon as we go and if we were to peel the onion.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden
you chop it, you peel it, you put it in the fridge.
You got it. And then the duration's not going to last as long. It'll last longer. The key is when we're storing an onion like this as well, is if let's say that we had a lot of onions, every once in a while we want to go see if that any of them are rotten or if there's any soft spots. Because if they are and they're touching, that rot will then spread to the others, and then all of a sudden it's going to go through like that.
Okay, so make sure you keep an eye on them if they are in the pantry. It's easy to forget them, and we've done it before where we've gone back in and we have like rotten potatoes or rotten onions in there. It's the worst thing ever. Like they're just mushy, so make sure you check on them.
A rotten potato, you're going to know you have a rotten potato.
You sure are.
Whoa, what a smell on those guys. Holy bejeebus. So garlic.
Yes.
Garlic, where do we store garlic?
We store our garlic in the fridge. Is that wrong?
Well, it depends. It depends, number one. So onions and garlic are all from the allium family.
So they can also go in the pantry.
They go in the pantry as well. So that's why they're often in a mesh bag like this. You want to make sure that the garlic, when it's harvested as well, is left for a period of time outdoors to cure. After it's cured, then what you do is you can then store in. Let's say that we're going to dice or mince that garlic. And this one here is a diced garlic, a minced garlic. That's in water.
In the fridge.
This one here, actually, what we could do is put it into cubes, and we can put it into the freezer.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep that, and you're going to just pop that into whatever recipes you need them when you need them, because they're all in individuals.
Portions. And you can even get some of these cube trays in smaller sizes so that we can freeze them. So, and that's what's great for herbs too.
Oh
you
my gosh, I want to smell garlic all day long. I love it. Put it all over you, Frankie.
Woo! You know what? I love the smell of garlic.
So do I.
Yeah, you know,
good.
and maybe we should hang out more then. So, parsnips, carrots. So parsnips, carrots, you know, they're all that beautiful root vegetable.
I feel like I'm going to get this wrong, but I would say I'm saying fridge.
Okay, so fridge is indeed. So there's a couple key things about this. So you can see that this is in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
The reason why it's in a plastic bag is that carrots and parsnips don't really like the air temperature touching them. So the key is when we're going to go store these guys, let's say that we're going to store these guys in the fridge, we would bring these guys in the fridge and we would actually put them down into, you can see this has a humidity control.
Yeah.
We want to put them with low humidity.
Okay.
Because we want to keep them dry
and crunchy
and cool.
Yes.
So the other option that people can do to store carrots, if you really want to make them crunchy and last for a long time, you can store them in water. You can actually just put them in water.
We do that with asparagus.
Yeah, and by putting them in water, that'll make them last, and that'll keep that crunch.
Yeah.
Now, what I really wanted to talk about, you can see that these guys don't have tops on them, and the parsnips here have tops. If you want to store them, like we want to use the parsnips this week, this is totally fine. Looks cool, nice and fashionable.
Yeah.
We can even use some of this for our garnish. But if we want to make these last longer, we would actually cut the tops off.
I thought the tops would make them last longer.
No, the tops are actually pulling energy and moisture away from the bottoms.
Oh, okay.
So we want to remove the
Chop
tops.
those off.
Yeah, we want to remove. So that
Okay.
brings us over to beets. Hey,
Beets are fridge.
we got the beets. Boom, ba-dum, boom. Yeah. So the same thing with beets, but
Yeah.
what I want to show people too is when you're removing the tops with beets.
Okay.
And we'll just take this guy out. I love beets, by the way. You just
they're
got to
so
remember
good.
that. Just got to remember you ate them.
Yeah, it looks
Because the
like
next
a
day you're
war
like,
zone.
what happened? When you go to the bathroom, oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm dying.
I'm dying! No, I ate beets. Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's it. We've all been there, right? You're at a party, you drank too much, but you forgot there was beets on the menu. The key is when you're doing beets, you don't want to really cut into the beet itself.
Okay.
Because if you cut the top off and you cut into the beet will bleed.
Right.
And so we won't want to do that. Indeed, these
Yeah.
are best to go in the fridge. The other part too is when you're harvesting them from your garden, you're going to pull them out of your garden.
Yes.
You're going to put them in the sun, let the soil dry off.
Okay.
Then what you're going to do is just kind of dust the soil off, and then we don't want to wash them until using them.
Oh, okay,
as soon
got
as
it.
washing them will actually take away multiple days away from them from being for use, because water, we want to keep water away.
Got
so
it.
it's usually the key is with all these guys is cool, dark, dry.
Dry.
Cool, dark,
Cool,
dry.
dark, dry. Potatoes?
Potatoes.
So where do you put your potatoes?
Potatoes, so potatoes are best in the pantry.
Yeah.
You can use those in. They're going to be in a paper bag.
Yep.
A ventilated bag, so good air circulation. But the key is with these guys, never in sun. If you were to put them in sun, the
Got
other
it.
key is too in the refrigerator. If you do put them in the fridge,
Yeah.
they'll become too sweet. And if you put them in the fridge and then pop them out of the fridge,
Yeah.
they'll sprout.
Right. Okay.
Because they'll think they're in a dormancy period and they'll want
Yes.
to sprout to grow.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, cool, dark, dry.
Yeah,
Very good.
you got it.
Good lesson there, Frankie.